As you're doing the 10x rule. However, you can't sing in terms of compliments or how many hours you work, or even how much money you're making when you're operating at this degree. Instead, you have to approach each day as though your life and future depend on your ability to take massive action. When Grant started his first business, he had to make it work. And there was simply no two ways about it. He wanted people to know about him and about what he represented. That he was going to have to do a lot, period. The problem wasn't competition, it was obscurity. No one even knew who he was. Knew who Graham was. It said the single biggest problem he's encountered in every business he has built. And you can imagine that it's one most entrepreneurs face. People don't know you or about your new product, and the only way to burst through obscurity is by taking massive action. Grant didn't have the money to invest in advertising, so he spent all his energy on phone calls, traditional mail, email, cold calls, return calls, visits, and more. This level of massive action may sound innocently exhausting at times. However, it will create more certainty and security for you than other education or training you will ever receive. He has been called a lot of things due to his commitment to action. A workaholic, expressive, greedy, sad, never satisfied, driven, and even manic. I don't know. Every time Grant has been labeled, it's always been someone operating at less than 4 level action. He's never had someone who's more successful than he is, considering his excessive action to be a bad thing. Because successful people know firsthand what it takes to achieve this kind of success. They know themselves how to know where they want to go and the right massive action that's undesirable in any way. So basically, people that are lower than you, when you do massive action, they're going to be calling you like bad stuff unless they see it in a good way, except they're not doing massive action. Like, they're not just taking massive action, but they know like massive action, so they know that let's say you're doing massive action, so they know you're doing massive action, but they're not doing massive action. But the people that are higher than you in business right now, obviously, they're not going to be like, oh, you're so greedy or something like that. Massive action is like, depending on your that your needs it. And then one prescription is written by your mom. It's your certain mistakes and lessons learned as kids, how kids can help your mom and dad. So I subscribe.